I mean, think about it. Where were you born?
You know I was born in Latveria.
I know, but it doesn't even sound real. It sounds like where a Disney villain would live.
Watch your tongue, Richards. Latveria was a wonderful place.
I can understand it. Be the beat bandit who bring heat for the mic, unhanded. Whoever go after burn their hands and lips. A lot of rappers ran and abandoned their whips. It's just another day in the dunya. Don't leave your girl around B, he might swoon her. Up under the window, serenade her like a crooner. Stay ahead of the game and cut her off sooner rather later. Use her to gather data. Scoop her in the butter soft moonroof navigator. Or the land, or the Lex, or the Benz. 116th by the hour from the Africans. But they won't let you push them. One tried to get fly, I almost had to mush him. If I wanted to rob him, I would've wore a mask. Hit him with the fold, took the dough and told ass. Want not, waste not, front not. They didn't see him dip into the 50-cent blunt spot. We walked the town with space boots, space suits. Fucked up cut, but she still say his face cute. Told the streets what you staring at. The sewer cap opened up and said, why you wearing that? He said, oh, you wanna snap? His face, the way you be in everybody's business is a disgrace. At the park gates, Hawk, who goes there? It's V, the MC, who's nasty as nose hair. You may go, he said you should have been say so. Tipped him in cash in Argentinian peso. There you go, my good man. Buy something nice for the seed. And please keep it moving twice the speed. Consider that your fair warn, or else I'll bring it to you express like airborne. Born, drop a turd on the beat and shout out that little bird from the word on the street. He right Vic in a sick demented hand style and go bombing with a chick who whipped the rented van wild. All he say is you nuts. You really had enough of poo putts and crew cuts. Soup's on, and I got a coupon. Chinese restaurant asking for the Grey Poupon. He said no, duck sauce, soy sauce, and this ain't no Burger King, so you don't get no toy, boss. It's bare o'clock, I think I'm sober. How about we think this over a can of King Cobra? You ain't nicer than a lunatic shyster, aka the Vicster or the Vic Meister. He wonder should he get a baldy or keep his edge up V-shaped like Mama Waldy. That is the question. They wonder why he always wear hats in the session. Listen up, new drink, named it after Chong daughter. Triple shot of yak with the chaser of bong water. Be a strong supporter. Triple shot of yak with the chaser of bong water. I dare ya. Come on, bring the slaughter. Y'all scared. Let's go.
Alright. Stream looks okay on this end as far as I can tell. Make sure you're unmuted. There we go. You can see the stream in the Discord call, right? That's just my browser window.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ratio time.
Fuck yes. Let me switch over to there. There we go. Okay, so I've wanted to work on a new ratio list for a while. Just cause.
Yeah, because it's about time for another one here soon.
Yeah, it's I think the last time we did one was last patch. Apparently my mic's a little quiet. Let me turn it up. But yeah,
it was before Beta 26 released, so.
Before?
Yeah, our last ratio tier list was Beta 25.
No way. Oh my
god. No, I got our numbers mixed up. Our last was 26.
Yeah.
We're on 27 now. I got my numbers mixed up.
I was gonna say, there's no way that it's...
We didn't even run... Well, no, we ran 2 tournaments in Beta 25, but they were both ran by bunnies.
Right, okay. That makes sense. But yeah,
I think after the second one... No, go ahead, sorry, I cut you off.
Oh, no, you're good. I was just gonna say that with the new patch, we haven't been able to run a ratio bracket in a while, and this upcoming tournament, 15, will not be a ratio tournament, but this is just a good resource to have, and also will kind of give people an idea of character strength, generally speaking.
Yeah, it's like the tier list where we can use it as a way to be like, here are the current best characters. Ratio
right.
At least gives you a bit more of a comparativeness, though.
Right, exactly. Hopefully my microphone issues are a little better now. It's a little louder for the stream.
Yeah.
Tiers I have separated just into 5. I didn't take too much time to think if there should be like 2 points or 8 points. I don't really think that's a thing. 8 points maybe, but 2 points definitely not.
The thing is, if we do 8 points, we have to do 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
That way, you at least have. Well, no, I mean you could do a CVS2 style and just be like, if you want the highest ratio strength, you're gonna have to play solo.
It could be that, yeah. But to explain what the ratio system is for people who are unfamiliar, if you're rewatching the VOD later, the ratio system is it's pretty simple. In tournament, you can pick a team made up of 10 points worth of characters based off of these tiers, and that determines how many games you get per set. So if you have 3 characters, it's first to 3. If you have 1 character, it's first to 1. Which is how ratio works in a game that doesn't have a team building system. It changes how many games you get to play.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go probably in alphabetical order, unless
I was gonna say we could do that, or we could just get the characters we already know out of the way. Because there's a couple of characters who we already know are going in 7 points.
I was gonna say we could either. I could probably throw a couple up here already just to start with.
Yeah, those 2 characters right next to each other, actually.
Yeah, we'll get the easy ones out of the way. You. Yeah. And
He's over by Goken.
oh, is he? Wait.
Next to Go.
There we go.
Yeah.
You and that. I think that's it. Maybe one more. Oh.
See, this is why I think an 8 would be handy, because we're gonna have a lot of characters that are like if we put Makoto in 6, and we put let's say we even put a character who's like we put Abel in 4. Now you can play Makoto Abel.
Yeah, you look really disgusting stuff. Like a character like Rose.
You gotta be very careful about who we put in 4 if we don't have an 8.
That makes sense. 8 points. I feel like if it's 8 points, there's 2, maybe 3 characters I'd put in there. And then the rest are 7 points.
I mean, there's also nothing stopping us from just saying Makoto's as good as the 7-point characters, but
it's a lot. I don't know if I'd say because he's not up here in like the official tier list is all.
But that's the thing about ratio, I guess, is you kind of got to balance it differently.
Right.
But no, I think we'll do this. We'll go without.
We'll go
do
with this. We'll go with this for right now. I don't think Rose is 4 points, so we'll just leave that there for right now.
No, definitely not.
And not after the most recent finds. These are like the easy characters that I'm comfortable with. And then we can start just going alphabetically and offering a bit of insight on both from both of us.
Yeah, definitely.
This is already a pretty hard one. I'm gonna be honest, because it's one of these two. It's one of these two. Do you want to go first or me?
Here's my thing about Abel. I think he could 100% be 6.
Right.
I actually think he is 6. But it kind of sucks to put him in the same tier as Makoto.
Yeah, because
It would suck to have Makoto in that tier and be like, okay, if I wanted to play a hybrid grappler, why wouldn't I play Makoto?
Right. If they're the same points and Abel plays an objectively less potent game than Makoto does, it's just kind of the fact of the matter.
Yeah. So I think putting Abel in 5 just because that way people would be incentivized to pick him. But if we're not looking at it in that sense, I also do think that, like, I think Abel has plenty of weaknesses.
Right.
Most notably being his neutral.
Yeah, his
because
neutral.
Outside of like sweep and stand heavy kick, his buttons aren't very long. I mean, he has a good crouching light kick, I guess. But...
His target combos into mediums are very nice.
Yeah.
He has Kara sweep, which is like the easiest Kara in the game. But his neutral is great. It's good, but I wouldn't say it's great or like fraudulent like these characters. So I think 5 would make sense just because then you can pair him with another one of these characters. The thing is if you pick Makoto, now you have to pick an objectively weak character. Because 4 and 3 is probably just characters that are weaker than the rest of the cast.
Yeah.
So I like Abel at 5. I don't know. I if there was like a 5.5, he'd go there, but I don't want to start doing half points. So
no, that's too much.
That's too much. Yeah. So I think 5 is fine. I'm okay with that. Argument for this character is either 4 or 3. I think 4 probably.
Yeah. Yeah, his normals are still very good. He still has decent neutral. He still has good defense. I would put him there. He has good mix too. Well,
His
okay.
His neutral is like okay.
His neutral's pretty good. I think that's his main drawing factor. He's got amazing normals, really good mobility, safe buffers.
Right. What's the plus frames on the punches again? Because I forgot.
They're minus.
They're minus. Okay.
Except the X, which I think is +4.
Okay.
+4, +6 in that range.
Not too big of a deal. I was just curious about it.
Yeah.
I think 4 is fine because then you could play. Cause here's the thing with the ratio list is it's balanced around like because here's the thing, you can play 6-4 now, and you have 2 games to play. And if you do 2 characters, you can either have like 2 characters that are solidly good, or 1 stronger and 1 weaker, or 1 amazing and then 1 that's kind of ass.
Yeah.
Which is, I think that's cool.
Or if you want, you can do 3 ass characters.
You could
have
do
as many chances as possible. You could do like, you could do fucking Adon, Cammy, Hugo, if you felt like it.
Yeah, I'm sure those characters are going to go into. If there was going to be a 2-point tier, there's only going to be 1 character going into it. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
100%.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't really need. I don't feel the need for a 2-point tier right now.
No.
But I think
if we added a tier at all, it would be 8, and I don't think we need to.
I agree. I think that's a fine spot for Adon. Akuma, Akuma's tricky because I think
He's
he's
another like Abel, where he could be 5 or 6,
I think he's
depending on how you look at it.
I think he's probably 5 points because I'm gonna give it to you straight. This character's going in 6 points. So
I don't see much overlap between them though. I don't think they're very similar characters.
you don't think so?
No, Akuma's like a total zoner in this game. You throw the fireball, he runs away.
Well,
He teleports out.
that's my thing with remix is like saying a character is a zoner is such a fake word for me
How?
because that's not what you do. Like when you say the word zoner, my mind goes to like my name is JP and I hold down back in the corner of the screen and like Akuma is mobile as fuck. Like
That's still zoning. He's running away from you. He's controlling space. What would you call that?
I guess there's not another word for it. Yeah, I guess you'd
Because it's
call it.
zoning.
I guess you'd call it zoning. Yeah, it's like
Zoning isn't always just a down back in Giles. Like, fuck, Dawson's fast as fuck in ST.
yeah, Balsam's fast in ST. He has good, pretty good movement in this game. I don't know
think
if
he has
it's
pretty decent movement.
I don't know if it's stellar just because he's still like a little slow, but he's got nice aerial options.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, because like I think about the difference between Akuma, Evil Ryu, and Oni, because I don't think Oni plays similarly to Akuma, but I think Akuma and Evil Ryu have a little bit of overlap.
They do, just because both of them are trying to throw the fireball.
Yeah, and Evil Ryu is like best in class at that, and also has best in class like pressure and offense and everything else. So
And evil install.
and evil install, which this character doesn't have. So it feels like
No, not even close.
if you're picking Akuma, it's like I pick a diet version of Evil Ryu, so I can pick another strong character instead of having to pick like everything here in the first to one, and then if you lose, oh, I have to play a 3 point character now. So it's like a more
Right.
stable pick. I think 5 is fine. I wouldn't push him up to 6.
Boxer.
Boxer.
Probably solid 6.
Yeah, he's still like
Solid 6.
he's still a TOD character. But it's just I don't know how practical it is anymore. Um,
He takes a little more work than he used to.
but I mean, you can still play him.
Sam and Fleur are finding a lot of shit. I think the character's a lot more depth to him. I still think he has very good neutral. I still think Buffalo Headbutt is fucked up.
Right.
That's about it, really. Yeah, he's just good. I think he's a very solid basic character, which is why you see so many people play him.
He's one of the simplest, and I think making him 6 points is interesting for the people who do play him because now you have to expand and play a 4 or a 3 pointer. I don't know why you would go 6-3, but you can, I guess.
Yeah, I don't see much purpose to it.
I don't know.
Put this green fucker in 4 for me real quick, would you please?
Yeah, he's not like unplayable, obviously, but I've tried. He's one of the characters I still don't know how to play, and I don't really want to learn.
I know how to play him very well. The character's main goal is just poke. He just plays neutral, and he plays neutral very well. He has good anti-zoning. He has good approach tools. Blanca balls are still annoying. He has good damage, too.
Sam wanted to. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Oh, you're good.
Sam just wanted to bring up the boxer isn't just tap gimmicks now, which is like true.
Yeah. No, 100% true.
Yeah, he's not just doing that, but he's still.
Because I've seen Sam's boxer working, and I think that character's definitely like high potential at the moment. I think he could go a lot farther.
I think he can get close to 400 without tap, which is really nice.
He can break it without tap. He has an infinite.
Yeah, he does have an infinite now.
Yeah.
Which is really nice. Back to Blanca though.
Yeah, just outside of very powerful neutral gimmicks, honest to God, just a very straightforward character. He just mixes you with a normal ass overhead. And it's a good overhead, but it's not that good.
Right.
He doesn't have full chains. He has some plus frames, but not a lot. And he lacks a lot of options on block. Basically, that's it. He's super unsafe on block all the time.
Very easy to punish, yeah.
Outside of doing like TK airball, and that's kind of hard.
Yeah, 4 points is fine, I think. For Blanca, I don't know. I don't think he's weak enough to go down to 3. I think 4 is fine. Character that, mm,
It's debatable, but nobody's gonna be doing Heather routes, so
yeah, and I mean the thing is if you make her 3 points, like more people might try her. Is what's
I think
interesting.
it would suck it for us to also only have 2 characters and 3 points.
Yeah, I think that would be lame. Because then you can have a 3-3-3 team, and there's gonna be a couple characters that I'm gonna put as 3 pointers, even though they're not like as bad as three
Useless.
points. Yeah, just to see people pick them.
Like as bad as Hugo and Rolento are.
Yeah, I'll make a separate thing for that. But
Another solid 6 pointer.
yeah, I didn't mean to skip over Cammy, but like I don't have too much to say about this character.
Um,
I think if you don't have the good routes, this character is almost useless.
I
Almost.
wouldn't even say that. She still has very good neutral, but
She is
buffers are very bad.
her.
And
She has Street Fighter 4 neutral in a game with this fucker. So it's I don't know.
yeah.
You know, she's playing a very like standard ground heavy.
Oh, this Sam in chat was Fleur Sam, not Sam Sam.
Oh, awesome. I
Hi Fleur.
I
We got mixed.
you know, I got mixed up hard. I won't even lie to you. Of course, Sam doesn't watch my streams.
Yeah, real.
No, that makes
Yeah,
perfect sense.
They've watched the last 2 Remix Mondays live. I'll give them credit on that. They do tune in.
Good. Okay. I just think that's so funny to say, Sam. This is Fleur, by the way. Um, Chun Li, 6 pointer. Yeah, sorry to get off track, but 6 pointer. I don't think she's obnoxious enough to go up here. I don't think any other
No.
character in the roster is gonna go up here, except like maybe one that I might make the argument for later. But I think she has like I mean if we want to talk about her tools objectively, like good damage, great neutral,
I wouldn't call her neutral great. I
okay
would say it's
fireball.
good.
Yeah, it's like okay fireball.
Because like yeah, she has a. Her fireball is great against characters that don't have fireballs, and I wouldn't even say it's great, honestly.
It's like
it's
it's
probably
like
one of the worst fireballs in the game.
that's
Honestly, I wouldn't say good.
hard disagree, but I
Who
see
would
where
you
you're
put
coming
down
from.
there?
Ibuki, if we're calling that a
Ibuki is a
fireball,
fucking fireball.
if we're
And
calling
Air Kunai is amazing.
if we're calling Air Kunai a fireball, I don't see it.
How?
What does it do? Okay, so what does it
It covers
accomplish for you?
space.
What
You can
does
do buttons after it and shit.
what's I guess I don't know. I guess it serves the
Cancel
same
air
purpose.
into it and B plus.
It serves the same purpose as like it's like knife toss but better because like knife toss is like its primary tool is just to be annoying. You can set things up with air kunai, so I mean it's not like awful or anything. I just don't think it's better than Chun Fireball, and I do think Chun Fireball is like bad, but not the worst in the game.
I said one of, but I think it's really bad against characters who can move, which just happens to be a lot of characters in this game.
Kunai cannot be avoided by projectile invuln. Okay, never mind. Bullshit I was hollering. Never mind.
I was saying, I was like, Kunai is not that bad.
It cannot be avoided
If
by projectile
I was
invuln
expecting you to
moves.
say like, I was sort of expecting you to say like Air Slasher.
Oh yeah.
Fucking,
Oh, and Godoken, of course, but you know.
yeah, Godoken.
Godoken may be the worst fireball in the game. I don't know. We'll get to it in a second, but I agree with 6 points. I'm gonna say something weird, and I'm putting this character down here because I want people to try him.
Yeah. I think he definitely goes higher.
I think he definitely goes to at least 5, but
I think he's a 5 pointer in reality, but I get putting him in 4 right now. But I think because I was labbing this character, and the links are very easy.
The links are
very easy. really high damage, really good buttons. Rock is annoying.
Rock is
But I still think
incredibly
putting him
good.
here is fine because, like, if we take away Rock and damage,
Which
she's a strike throw character without a command grab in a game with a 16 frame tech window.
I was gonna say, if you take away damage, which because maybe not everybody knows the combos. Um, I don't know. I don't think he needs to be up here for sure, but
No, I wouldn't put him up there at all.
it'd be here or here. And I like 4 points because you can play like Oni and Cody.
Yeah, oh, no, yeah, it makes some cool teams. I fuck with it.
I'm thinking of like balancing the ratio tier list around like practicality, but also like how cool it can allow, like the team comps that it can allow, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, Viper is probably 5 points.
She should be 6, but none of us have gotten good enough with her yet to really show that off. But I think she could be 6.
She's probably 6 points. I do not understand her B&Bs. I need to get back in the lab on
I
her.
understand her B&Bs. I don't understand her fucking neutral. I think you gotta be... I'm not very good at playing movement characters, which is funny because I play Yun, but Yun doesn't move that much in this game.
Right.
But it's like... I don't understand movement characters very well. I get her B&Bs. That's fine. I get her pressure. But I think theoretically she's 6 because she has some of the best high-low in the game, in my opinion. Some of the best left-right in the game. Extremely good damage off basically everything. Good resets. The shit you want in a rushdown character.
You could go to 6. I definitely say she got like good movement, good pressure tools. Her standing overhead ain't that great.
Good
but
neutral too.
yeah.
Great buttons, great anti-airs.
Her standing overhead isn't that great because I think it knocks down, but
Yeah, it causes instant knock. You could use it at the end of certain combos to get a hard knockdown, but
yeah.
that's not really huge for mix-ups. But she has fast fall with air dash back, and that creates like 9-frame instant overheads with jump heavy kick.
Oh yeah, right. I remember that. So it's not too big of a deal. God,
Yeah.
you're kind of convinced me for her to go 6, but I'm worried that we're gonna have like half the cast in 6. And
I also don't think anyone would. I think there's a slight chance someone picks her up in 5. I don't think anyone plays her if she's a 6 point.
yeah,
Then you have to play like Viper 8 on or Viper Cody.
Viper, Cody, or a couple other characters that'll go here later.
Yeah.
But I agree with 5 point, just off of like making the ratio tournaments more interesting. Hi Miriam.
Hi Miriam.
6 pointer, pretty easy.
Yeah, he's too easy to go any lower.
Yeah, I don't have too much to say on this character. He's just a 6 pointer. But also like he's not impressive enough. Maybe a year ago, but not anymore.
No, I don't think he's that good. Not even close.
This is a fun one. This is actually a really fun one because probably here, but
If you put her 5 points, I win this bracket.
right, exactly. So because
If
you
you put
just
her 5 points, I win this entire bracket.
exactly. So it's. And I don't think anybody else is going to pick the Capri.
6.
Yeah, because I don't think anybody else is going to pick the Capri just because she's not hard, but she's weird.
I think she's kind of hard. I don't think she's the hardest, but yeah, she's very weird. I don't think anyone would pick her besides me.
Yeah, again, if it
I'm
was,
not gonna pick her if she's in 6 points personally.
if there was
Unless
a
a really good 4 comes around.
if there was a 5.5 tier, I'd put her there, but I'm not doing that. So 6 points for now. Cool character though. It's funny that you could reasonably play DiCapri Cammy, but I don't know why you would do that. I don't know. Yeah.
DJ. I actually have a very controversial opinion. This character probably tier-wise would be 4.
Right.
Because I think he's a little too. I think he's too honest.
I think he's a little too
straight
honest.
up honest. You could put him 3.
Ooh. Was he 3 on the last list? He might have been.
I think he was 3 on the last list.
Which was like,
he was 4. He was like at the bottom of 4.
yeah, because like I don't know if he's weak enough, like objectively, like can't like he's next to a like look at 3 right now. He is next to a character that doesn't work, and like
well, it's not that Cammy doesn't work, but that's the thing is like I would put Cammy and DJ in the same tier. If I was making like a tier list of the full game,
that
I would say they are in the same tier.
I don't know about that, but
I think so, because let's look at their tools, right? We can't really compare them because they're two different characters, but let's look at the strength of their tools. Both of
right,
them have very good normals. Both of them have pretty ass specials. Besides, in DJ's case, Fireball, and in Kami's case, DP.
right,
Sobots are minus. They're not punishable. Well, Heavy is because it's -9, but nobody punishes it anyway. Um, his overhead is pretty safe, which is nice, but it's like a big combo ender, so you don't really get much off of it, which also hurts his mix up a little bit.
right.
Short hop is good, but it's not that good. It's pretty hard to combo off of it, and you need a good knockdown to really do anything with it, because people aren't going to respect a soft knockdown.
Yeah,
You need a hard knockdown for it. Outside, his infinite got removed in this patch as well, so he's like a lot of his damage is a lot lower. I definitely think he has the buttons to beat Cam to B4. I
right.
think he should be 4. If we're talking just like in terms of tier strength, he should be 4. But I think putting him 3 could be interesting just because you might see someone pick him. But tier strength wise, yeah, 4. Clearly.
I can agree with where you're coming from. I haven't fought DJ a lot in this new patch, so I don't have the best perspective on him. But I think 3 would be interesting, just so that like the 3-point characters aren't literally the worst characters in the game. Yeah.
Well, I guess that's also no. Now that I think about it, that might be a bad idea. Because then you could do like young DJ.
Ooh, that is a little much.
I think that's a bad idea now that I think about it. We gotta be more careful with the 3 tier than anything.
Yeah, if anything, because if we make some characters like 3 points just to like be funny, it's just gonna end up making for horrible gameplay later on.
Yeah.
We'll go 4 for right now. We'll see if we change our minds later. Sim. This character won last remix Mondays that we did with Ratio, so I'm a little nervous.
I could see him in 5. Chris, decent chance of entering this one because he's getting back into remix, so he actually has a decent chance of entering this one. So
Right.
if we do Dalsim 4, Ken 6 again, he's playing that team.
He's gonna play that team, yeah, absolutely.
But
Dals-
I also think in a literal sense, Dalsim being 4 is fair.
I think also being 4 is fair. 5 might overprice him a little bit.
I think he's 4.
I think he's one of the.
We'll give Chris his team.
Yeah, I think he's one of the weaker of the big fireball people that are on this list.
Basso asked in DC text about how Honda is.
We'll skip Dudley for a second and go to Honda then. Callie knows.
Basso, just for reference, this is the character I started playing this game with. I love this character dearly. I think Honda 5 is fair, by the way. I think it's
Right.
He could probably be 6, but I don't think so.
He could be 6. He could be 5. If he didn't have
He's a
the
specialist.
involve move we literally just found, I'd go here. But
Yeah. No headbutt, but he has stomp now, which is like Seismo. He can hover dash cancel it. Very high damage. Grappler-esque mix-ups, but he has a hover dash as well. Hands is a motion now, which is as busted as it sounds like. Just really high damage, kills you in like 2 touches very consistently. And some strong neutral too. Just very, very slow. And that's about it. Very, very slow. Lackluster anti-air options without meter.
Fleur had included about DJ that his damage is decent, but you have to work hard for the optimal stuff, which I think I agree with.
Yeah, it is true. I think it pales in comparison because one of the biggest attracting features of DJ in the last patch to me was that he was very easy.
Yeah, very beginner friendly.
But his damage is still fine. I just think it is a little bit worse.
I agree. I
Because
think
before he was like 500 meterless with an easier combo.
I have a lot of experience against Honda, so I'm comfortable with saying that Honda is 5 points. I don't. If he had headbutt, he'd go here, but It's okay.
Yeah,
I
if he
think
had,
right now.
like, because Headbutt would solve the anti-air problem, it solved the reversal problem, but he doesn't need it because then he would actually just be top tier.
Yeah, he'd be top tier as shit. So I don't know if he needs it.
No.
Uh,
Dudley.
Dudley, I've been messing around with this character a lot. It's either 5 or 6 points for me, because I feel like this character's fucked up, like really, really
Kinda is
fucked up.
fucked up.
Because I've been messing with him, and you get like 470 damage mid screen for no meter and with an easy combo. Like, this character
Yeah,
gets
like,
a shitload of damage into unreactable overhead that loops back
and he
into
still has,
that damage.
yeah, and he still has his, like, fucked up strikes, his fucked up high-low. He doesn't have great left-right, I think that's a big issue.
Yeah.
His mix is purely high-low. And it's really good high-low, but that is all it is.
It's high-low throw, but the throw is
Normal throw.
yeah, normal throw. So it's the throw is real or fake depending on who you ask. I think
if you're looking out for the overhead, it's a little realer, but yeah, in general, I think his mix is amazing in that specific context. Still, though, I think it's more than enough to carry him.
exactly. I think his neutral is a little too honest, because it's not that he's not playing like Honda, right? Like he's fiending to get in, and he has to spend the whole round getting in or anything. It's just like, if you don't get a hard call out on something, he's got to just like duck through everything to get to you, which is fine.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not like that's bad. He has okay neutral in a game of like gods. So
So, I think I disagree, but I wouldn't necessarily like, because I think Dudley, he's slow and he's big, but I actually think his buttons are very good. I think he has very good normals. So I think he plays footsies very well.
yeah,
But he doesn't, and obviously amazing anti-airs. He's got a DP, but he also has stand medium kick, crouch heavy kick, or crouch heavy punch. But I think he definitely has neutral. But if your opponent is trying to run away and not trying to play footsies with you, I think that's a big deal. Like I could imagine Dudley having a hard time against like Guile, Akuma,
Akuma,
even Ryu.
Evil Ryu for sure. I don't know about Akuma, Guile for sure.
I think Akuma is probably theoretically that might be his worst matchup.
850 health. I guess if you don't hit him, if you never get close enough to him for him to hit you, then it's not a big deal. But like 850 health, and this character does 500 meterless. That's my only caveat. But I think 5 points is fine for where he is right now. If he had a little bit, if he could play like a little bit more ignorantly, maybe 6. But like, I don't know. It's I feel like I feel like his damage is good enough to be a 6 pointer. It's just that it's like damage isn't everything, and it's like, it's not like he's getting hard zoned. I don't want that to be the idea, right? That he gets like hard zoned by. It's not like Honda, where he just like loses 7-3 to hard zone. Get the fuck down here. To hard zoning. He can go up there. That's okay. Apparently Dudley can do left rights with the rose duck cross through. I couldn't get ducking to corpse hop, but maybe I was doing something wrong. I would believe it though. That seems like something that would make sense. I think 5 is. I'm not gonna try to overthink it. I think 5 is okay for right now.
Yeah, that's fine because you can make cool teams with that.
Yeah.
I just worry that like Viper Dudley is possible or Honda Dudley.
Honda Dudley's possible. Viper Dudley is possible.
But that's
Dudley
fine.
Dudley Elena is going to be possible because I think this character is either 4 or 5.
Elena, I put her 5 personally.
Ooh.
Immediately, I put her 5 because I played this character a lot already.
Yeah, already.
That's one of my favorite characters right now in the game. I think she's fun as fuck. I was considering playing her for this upcoming remix one day.
I think
she's fun as fuck.
I think 4 might be a little, because then you can play Elena DiCapri, which is a lot.
Yeah, I would have won the tournament.
Yeah, which is
Another team that I would have won with. What I'll say is this character has some of the best neutral in the game. Amazing normals, extremely fast. Scratch wheel is a cortical motion and is just as good as ever. Her damage is fucked. Extremely high damage, and healing super gives you 2 CC right now, which is busted because it means she cycles meter.
Yeah,
with
it's
a healing super that crumples.
It's very funny. Not really.
Quite good, although she has a lot of canned mix-ups, which is good or bad depending on your stance of things. I think it's fine.
I thought I remember Elena versus grapplers sucking because it just, unless she's super spaced out, she just gets blown up every time.
Yeah, like,
because grapplers are just really good at abusing those mix-ups that are like -2 on block. Because Elena does a lot of that like pseudo real stuff where she's like -1.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's pseudo real. That's just real. It's just a mix-up. But the thing she catches you on is that like a lot of her dance doesn't have gapless block strings that leave her safe.
Yeah, which is a big deal. Which like for the better, but like that's a big deal.
She's a character that gets blown up by really fast safe reversals or like alpha counter, and she's forced to play footsies more, but that's fine because she's good at that.
She has great footsies. After Poison's nerfs, probably some of the most belligerent footsies in the game.
Which again, part of what I want to play her.
Anti-air on a QCF input is not okay. Just generally speaking.
There's a good couple of characters that do it, and it's good on all.
It's amazing. You would rather have it for all of them.
Yes.
Guile is another one of them. Cody, I think. Viper, another one of them.
There's a couple, but we haven't gotten a lot of them on the list yet.
Yeah. 5, I think, is fine. This one, I feel like we're going to be talking about a lot.
Yeah, we'll be here for a second.
We're going to be here for a little bit, because we both have pretty heavy opinions on him. So, first of all, last patch it was here.
Easily.
Last patch it was here, and now I think he goes, honestly, depending on how he's played, either of these 3. Either of them.
Yeah, you could really put him anywhere, because I think he's very different. I think he got hard nerfed, but I think he's still good. I think he's just extremely different now.
I think you have to play him in a much different way that none of us have really bothered to figure out yet, because theoretically, his damage actually got buffed. He has a new starter now. He gets like 500 meterless, and that was the thing with Fuerte, was like, if you didn't have a bunch of resources, which was common for Fuerte, not a big deal.
Meter like nobody else.
He built a shit ton of meter, but if for some reason you didn't have meter, his damage actually was like just okay. He didn't like kill you or anything meterlessly.
It was like, I think 420 was his main beat, 425?
425, 428, yeah, he didn't like kill you without meter. Now he theoretically can, but because Propeller Tortilla's hitbox is so bad, it's pretty much exclusively like a DP punish.
Yeah.
Which
he
is
has some of the worst defense in the game right now.
He has some of the worst defense in the game, and a special move that you could argue is just like useless outside of combos.
Yeah, Propeller Tortilla it's probably one of the most situational specials in the entire game. I think it's reserved exclusively for fireball punishes and raw DP punishes.
It's not a fireball punish anymore.
Wow.
It'll just whiff. Yeah. Every situation.
Can I get on this?
Oh, hi, Flare.
Hey, what's up?
You were on the Fuerte thing, or are you still talking about Dudley?
Oh, no, you can go on about Forte. I don't think I have anything to add about this character, though.
I was just going to say that in every situation that I've tried to go over a fireball with Propeller Tortilla, he just whiffs in front of him and I explode. So There was
The hitbox might suck.
yeah, the hitbox must have been changed in some way, and we didn't get the hitboxes for him last patch, unfortunately. So I don't have a way of telling the difference, unless I just like. I mean, that's the great part about Remix. The patches aren't like lost media. I could just go back and play it again.
Yeah, we could just go check.
We could just go check. Yeah, which is probably a good idea.
We could go play Remix Beta 26 Fuerte Poison again just for the nostalgia.
Just for the fun. That might be good. That might be good for the spirit.
A healing experience.
A little bit of a healing experience, yeah. But
So
I think Propeller Tortilla isn't even situational. I'd call it one of the weakest special moves in the game.
yeah, I agree.
Drop kick got safer. It's actually safer. Yeah, drop kick got buffed. It's just a little slower on startup. The heavy kick nerf sucks because now if he's not point blank, his main hit confirm drops every time.
Right.
Which is irritating. I think he feels like Fuerte is weird because I feel like he's in between patches. Like he could have one more patch to like give him some new stuff. Because right now he feels a little awkward. He's not like terrible, but it's like Cammy, where I don't understand the purpose of this character. He's just better than Cammy is, like objectively.
Right.
I think the nerf needed to happen. Obviously, I think the same thing is going to happen to probably at least 3 of the characters here. But I think 5 is probably okay for him where he is. I don't really feel comfortable allowing Dan and Fuerte, or Boxer and Fuerte, or Makoto and Fuerte.
Say, if you put Fuerte in 4, Sam will enter this tournament.
Yeah, I don't really feel comfortable allowing that, so I think 5 points is fine, personally.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is a fun
I love
one.
this guy.
This is a fun one. I like this one.
Amazing normals. I actually unironically think he has some of the better normals in the game. Extremely long reach, some of the best lows, 4 different air normals that are active till landing.
Several of his buttons are like extremely disjointed.
Yeah, heavy kicks disjointed.
Heavy kick has a crazy disjoint.
Yeah, amazing buttons. And super safe buffers from them as well because of Rekka.
Right.
I think the EX flying kick is like one of the most ridiculous neutral skits in the game.
Yeah, this shit is actually a Grand Blue Ultimate Special.
Yeah.
I am flying forward and invincible, and I'm in your face, and I'm plus on block.
Yeah.
That's Fei Long.
That's
some of
Fei
the
Long.
best looping pressure in the game. Extremely safe all the time. Frame traps you and spacing traps you off so much shit.
And
And
he
it all
has.
leads to really high damage too.
I don't think
Because
this
the
character.
backsway like has follow-ups, and I think is like invuln when you backsway.
Yeah. Backsway is invuln.
I don't
So
think this
you
character
could
worries
reach-
about fireballs either, right?
No, Fireball. Anti-Fireball is amazing because Rekka will go through them.
God.
And so will EX the chicken wing.
6 does sound, honestly. I think this character is S tier on the official list, so honestly,
He's very good.
if we wanted to go 6, I'm not gonna argue. I think this is
I
totally
think
fine.
he's 6.
Because,
I
like,
think he is a very, very good character.
'Cause, like-
He's another character with a quarter circle anti-air DP.
if it's 5 points, you're playing Elena Fei Long all day.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
I like-
amazing character.
I like 6 points. I think that's fine. Generally speaking.
His only real weakness is that doing his mix hurts him, but it's by White Life, which is regenerable.
Yeah, and if you get the hit, you're gonna regenerate the health while doing the combo. So who
It's
cares?
not like a fucking. It's not like Berserker or whatever, or like
You
what's his
build.
name, Avatar Belial, where like when you do the combo, you take 500 damage yourself.
Right. What?
It can add up, but
It can add up, but like, I don't know. Like the only character that really threatens with White Life is this dude. I don't think it's too big
I
of a
think
deal
it's
for
just
Fei
Guile
Long.
and Faye. No, I'm pretty sure it's just those two. I mean, technically, every character has access to White Life with counter hit alpha counter.
Yeah, but I mean, There's Gen, but you don't use the hand super too much because Tornado is so good. Speaking of Gen, this is the other character that I was saying. Lately,
I think if we put him up there, we have to put Makoto up there. That's my take.
you think so? Oh,
I think if we put him up there, we gotta put Makoto up there.
I mean,
I think he's top. I think he's probably top 10 right now.
'Cause here-
After finding out all the combo potential, his infinite, I think he's probably top 10.
I think with the way the ratio list is shaken out now, and I kind of like this,
Mm-hmm.
is that if we put like a bunch of because it basically was shaken out to be all the popular characters cost a bunch. So
Yeah. Well, you say popular characters is like 7 people who play this game, and it's just our mains.
yeah, so that's the thing. Is like it's either gonna suck because I can't play anyone I know, or it's gonna be really cool because we're gonna have like fucking Dalsum and like fucking Rufus in grand finals or some shit. It's gonna be either really lame or really cool.
I think it'll be cool.
I think it'll be cool because real talk, is there one more character I think would go in? Her maybe pre-patch, but no more.
Ken.
I guess. If you
Maybe.
we'll get to him at some point.
Yeah.
I didn't explain Oni too much because I just kind of put him here, but like, character does everything really good except defense.
Yeah, very, very solid all around.
6 points is for characters that are like great at everything and have maybe one very small, like very notable or small weakness, or they have no weaknesses at all. They're just not as good as everybody up here. That's how I've been putting it. And I think Gen is very much a character you could say has no weaknesses, other than the fact that he's squishy. I think he's 900 health.
I thought he was 950, but you probably know more than me.
It's a good
I can
question.
check real quick.
Yeah, he's 900 or 950. If he's 950, then health is not a weakness.
Oh no, he is 900.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, he's 900
Okay,
health,
so he is squishy. All right.
which is 50 health below the real squishy characters.
Well, the only 850s are Akuma.
And Seth.
Or no, not even. I think it's literally just Akuma and Seth.
Oni is 900, I believe.
Yeah, Oni's 900. Evil Ryu's 950.
God,
Is he? No, actually, he might be 900 too. But I think he's. I feel like I remember him having busted health. Yeah, no, he's 900 too. Yeah, I think the only 850s are Akuma and Seth.
I was gonna say if Evil Ryu is 950, I'm making an 8-point tier for that fucker. If he's 950 health, I think Gen is like, because here's what I'm thinking, right? The thing about making a ratio tier list is I can balance around shit that's just annoying. If I just want to see a different cast of characters, I could just be like, hey, this shit's annoying. I don't want to see it for this bracket. You can play it, but you just have to be forced. Not only do you have to be forced to a first to 2, you have to play a first to 2 with one of these guys. So you can do it. It's just like, unless we get a character specialist who's like sick as fuck at both Gen and like Bison for some reason, it's gonna be weird.
Oh, I would not put Bison. You put Bison in 3, I win this tournament.
You keep saying that. You keep,
Because I will.
because you played DiCaprio and Bison, I guess.
I play Yun and Bison.
Oh god, yeah, that's even better.
That's
like-
the risk of the 3-pointers. You gotta be very careful who you put there, because if you put a character that's actually kind of good in there, you get to play like Evil Ryu with them now.
Yeah, you can't. That's the annoying part. Is you have to put everyone. I'm not gonna say everyone that's fun is up here. There's a bunch of characters that are fun that are up here, but like all of the 3-pointers are like no fun allowed, which we'll get to later.
I mean, I think that's cool, but I also think that's part of the point of a ratio tier list. Like, imagine if you could play like Virgil with any other character.
Yeah, it's not that
Right?
fun,
You would
right?
just always play Virgil in that character.
The whole point of the ratio tier list is that we want to see character diversity and silly shit. I don't think anybody picked a 7 pointer. In the last ratio tournament, everyone went 6 through 3, which I think is
Because
interesting.
I played Poison Guile because at the time you put Guile in 6 and Poison in 4.
Oh yeah,
I did
those.
see one person go for a 3-3-4 team though, which was interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there was a 3-3-4. I
I-
think it was Akuma Goki or Akuma Goki.
No,
I
no,
said
it
that.
was Seth.
Seth Akuma.
It was Seth Dalsim something.
Yeah, I think that was it. Seth Dalsum Akuma because they played all Fireball characters.
Very, very squishy
Did you
team.
have Akuma as a 4?
Akuma's a
Akuma was
5
4 in the last time.
Oh, okay,
Akuma's
yeah,
a
that
5
makes
in this
sense.
one though.
because he got buffed into this patch, so why not?
He had a light buff, but also just people started playing him like normal people.
Yeah. Oh, that'll be fun to talk about. Gokin
My
first.
boy! He goes in 5.
Yeah, no, not really abusive enough to go into 6.
Theoretically, he could go 6, but I think he's just a little too awkward to do it. This character has some of the best defense in the game. He's like the opposite of El Fuerte.
Yeah,
The majority has like multiple reversals, one of the best backdashes, a button that's a reversal.
It's funny how Gokin has evolved, because when we first started playing this game, we were like, parry is fake as shit. And then Callie started playing and thought parries were pretty good, and then we played for a couple more months and we were like, nope, parries are still shit. And now we've come around a year later, and it's like, well, parries are actually not that bad.
They're pretty good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that won't get parried. Like that's the
Side
part
note?
that sucks. What's up?
I was just looking at the old ratio tier list. I think it was Seth Dalsim Poison because Poison was 4 for some
No,
reason.
that's right, because I played the Poison Ditto with them. And yeah,
Right.
Poison being 4 was the reason I almost won that bracket. Because I got to play Guile Poison.
Is gas.
Yeah, you've been leveling up Gokin a lot. He seems like a really
I think
nasty.
he's got, like I said, some of the best defense. Forward Heavy Punch just literally phases through objects. You just turn off your hurt box. And it Kara cancels to all of his other specials and parries. So it's a very, very good way to, like, just fucking make something whiff and then whiff punish it.
I kind of wish his mid-screen, his mid-screen combos have been getting better, right? Because now we do TK Tatsu and get half-screen corner carry.
Yeah.
I kind of wish he had more damage mid-screen.
He can top off 450 with a raw jump in.
Which is, yeah, that's good. It's very good, actually. It's just, I don't know.
It's also very character specific, though. He has a lot of character specific routing.
Got
in
you.
all honesty. Like,
Gotcha.
there are some parts of his combos that are really big deal optimizations that'll only work on a couple different characters. Because Air Tatsu hits differently on some characters, on some you can get a pickup after, on some you can't. On some characters you can do mid-screen double palm, on some characters you can't.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. I think 5 is fine. I think it gives enough interesting team ideas. I was going to consider making this character cheap for the discount tier that I may or may not make. I don't know.
We'll go. I don't think we'll go with it.
We'll keep it like this for right now. I just want to make the list because I don't want to spend too long on this because we'll probably also play for like 30 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
This is a fun one. Very fun one.
Now, this is another character I could see putting in 7.
Ooh. Whoa.
That's Sakura. This character has some of the highest damage in the game. Straight up. Absurd damage, in fact. She does like 550.
Meterless, yeah.
If she hits like medium or heavy confirm, it's like 600 meterless.
Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah.
Character's good. Character's very good. Amazing neutral.
Great fireballs.
Very good fireballs. Lackluster anti-air, but she doesn't really need it because she's not exactly trying to zone you out anyway.
Good movement.
Very good movement. And obviously absurd mix. I think there's another character that you can make an argument she doesn't have any weaknesses besides bad anti-air. I think that's it.
I mean, I think that the real thing is like she doesn't have one like single like definitive neutral skip. She does have to actually play neutral a little bit, but
That's true.
she's explosive. Like
It's just one of those things where you're gonna get hit once and then put in a 50-50,
Right.
like
and then if you guess wrong, you lose.
she just doesn't have one like I'm in there tool, but she has like a very good suite of tools for playing neutral. There's just not like one thing you can press and be like, oh, I'm in.
Yeah. I could see her being 6. I don't know. Jules was hovering over 5. I think you put this character 5. This bracket sucks.
Yeah, everybody picks
I mean,
Sakura.
This bracket
She's
sucks.
way too easy to pick up and
Strong.
way too polarizing and explosive to be in 5.
My only issue is, like, does Sakura really, like... Because I don't know if you guys see it this way, this is how I was looking at it. When I'm making the ratio tier list, I think, okay, what characters are, like, game ruiners? You know, like, characters I just don't... are so strong that I just don't want to see them for one bracket, and just be, hey, if you want to pick them, you have to, like, handicap yourself. I don't know if...
Sakura is a character who is like
Is she like a
actually
game
playing the
ruiner?
game. She's
I think
like
she could
playing
be.
she's playing the game, but
Barely. She's playing the game, but
Yeah.
barely. She still-
She could be up there.
She's
I
still
think- I
kind
think
of
she
playing.
could.
She's still kind of playing like actress again, a little bit. She's playing current code a little bit.
it's like I don't know. I'm not too invested in this one because like I am like the Sakura main, but I'm also not entering this. So I mean, like, put her where you want.
Right.
All I'll say is you put her anywhere lower than 6, and I'm picking this character, and I'm also winning. You have to
Definitely
stop
not
me
below
from
6,
winning. That's what the
like-
ratio tier list is.
It's-
Or
it-
is
it-
to stop me from winning.
It exists to stop the top players from rampaging on the game mercilessly.
I think she could be 6. I could agree with 6.
I think six is fair. I don't know. I'm just really antsy about putting anyone else in 6 because I know somebody's gonna make an argument for this guy being 7.
Yeah, I wonder who.
Yeah. Guy, I do think is probably a little bit more loose. I probably just 4.
Yeah, he's very straightforward. He's very, very simple.
Actually, I could probably I can go through the next 2 very quickly as well because I think probably. Oh well, this is 3. Actually, I don't. Ooh.
This is contentious because this character is sort of in that same boat as like
Because
Honda or Abel, where if you get hit once, you should lose.
here's what I'm thinking, right? Because I'm also putting Zangief up here. So
Right.
my thing is, you have one grappler here that's insane and better than both of them, but you have to pick a weaker character. Or you have this guy, one of these two. I don't feel comfortable putting Hakan 5. Actually, I don't.
I do think this character's fucked. I think this character could 100% be 6. Just because when he has oil, he is such a mobile ass character, and any good hit, you should lose. If you get hit by this character, you're gonna take 560, 570 into an oiled hard knockdown.
Right.
You have to guess, and if you guess wrong, you lose.
It's a two-toucher character for sure.
He is probably one of the more consistent 2-touch characters in this game, and he has good mobility on top of it and good buttons on top of it. When he has oil.
Wait, yeah. Asterisk when he has oil. It's like when they talk about Batman with prep time.
Literally. Yeah, oiled Hakan is 7. If Hakan was always oiled, he's 7.
Yeah. This game sucks if that's like Koryu.
Always oiled.
Yeah, that's like Koryu where he always has oil. This game sucks if Hakan always has oil.
But I think putting him 6 is fine. You won't see him, but I think it's fine.
Yeah, you're not
We're
gonna see him.
anyway. Ain't nobody gonna play for Hakan.
Nobody knows how to play this
Nobody's
character.
playing Hakan. I'm the only. No, Sam. Sam knows how to play this character.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
No, he doesn't.
Samson is nasty. It's like one of his better characters.
Okay, tell him to hop on then. He should play the
I've
game.
tried so many times.
He should play the game then.
And every time he goes all nonverbal on me.
Man. Whatever, Ibuki time. Whatever.
It's theoretically 6.
Theoretically, I put it 5 at a placeholder, but probably 6, yeah. This is what I would...
Drop her to 5, though. Because, yeah, I think it's kind of unfair having so many characters top-heavy.
Yeah, this is what I was worried about, of having, like, half the cast, like, almost unselectable.
I mean, 6s are good. A character being 6 is fine because you can play them with a 4, and our 4s are fine. We have a good selection of 4s.
Yeah, the
And
4s...
There's a couple more characters who are also going to go into 4 that I think are good.
Yeah, there's a couple more characters. I see at least 2 more right now that are going to go into 4, and it'll be nice.
Yeah. So I think having a big 6 is fine. I think our 7s are fine just because that's like the characters who are genuinely that good.
Yeah. I think Ibuki being 5 is okay, because nobody will pick her if she's 6. We may see somebody pick her if she's 5.
Yeah.
Nobody is picking Ibuki, because if it's a 6-point character, why wouldn't you just pick Dan?
Yeah.
That's probably going to be a big issue, honestly, is why pick any of these characters when you could pick Dan, but that's a...
Yeah, Dan being 6 points is going to be annoying. Dan's
Even if
just a
Ibuki
contentious
is, like, theoretically a 6, I think based on the effort she takes, nobody is going to play her if she's 6.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's like, the thing with Dan is, like, he's annoying being 6, but also not nearly good enough to be 7.
And he's not bad enough to be 5 either.
Not bad enough
You
to be
couldn't put
5.
him in 5.
Yeah, this bracket sucks if he's 5 points.
Yeah, 100%.
Rose,
6 is good.
I am actually leaving this up entirely to you two while I go get water, because I don't know anything about this character.
Extremely good damage. Still very good buttons. Her defense is pretty good. EX move I'm forgetting the name of. Spiral something?
Soul Spiral.
Soul Spiral. It's a pretty good reversal.
It's 0 on block.
Yeah, pretty good reversal.
You get combos on hit, but I mean, if this were a tier list and not a ratio list, I think she'd be up with the 6s. But this is a character who is just kind of an all-rounder. She's not like super polarizing matchup-wise.
I will say I don't know anyone who picks Rose if she's 6 points, specifically here.
No.
But 5, maybe.
I think she could go 5.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean,
I don't
I
think
prefer this character a lot. I think she's extremely strong, but like she's not like. I look at that row of 6-pointers and I'm like, oh, these are characters who are like obviously super fucked, right?
Right.
Rose is just like fundamentally very strong, but she's not like. She plays like a Street Fighter character for the most part. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
she's still playing footsies. She's still playing the fireball game.
If somebody, I would love for somebody to join the next ratio tournament and pick fucking like Guy Rose and win the whole thing and be like, oh, we have to put Rose at 6,
I mean, like,
but
I could see Rose going higher, but like with at the moment, I think it's reasonable to put her in 5.
I think that's
And
fine.
I agree with the way Fleur put it, where it was like the characters in 6 are some of the most solid characters in this game that don't lose in matchups that badly.
Yeah.
Rose is still very like
A little volatile.
honest. I was gonna say honest. I think she has really fucking high damage, really high damage, but she's not hitting you with like a fucking half screen normal like Hawk or Guile is, and converting into it,
or
like,
waking up for free no matter what.
Pretty much every tool Rose has that's like actually scary costs meter at least.
she actually kind of has to play that meter game because she needs supers for the big damage, or she needs EX for a reversal.
I think 5
She
is
needs
okay.
EX to get her orbs.
I'm okay with 5 if everyone else is.
I'm okay with 5.
Yeah, 5 makes sense.
Okay, that sounds good. This is a pretty easy one. This can also be an easy one. I can get some of the easy ones out of the way.
I think actually those are probably, depending on the Ryu debate, those are probably the last 2 6s.
Ooh, maybe. We'll have to see.
You've actually spent some time playing Jury finally, right?
Yeah,
Jules?
I've gotten to play a little bit of Jury in real matches. I think
Oh, hell yeah.
characters fucked has like unbelievable damage. I don't know how I feel about her mix-ups. Like
Mm-hmm.
her Oki, I haven't really figured out yet. I'm not saying it's bad. I don't really see it yet because her standing overhead's
her
slow.
Oki is mostly, I think. So the thing is, her standing overhead at 6 HK is very reactable.
It's very slow, yeah.
I think what she's doing for Oki more often is doing left rights with EX Fireball, off resets or knockdowns.
Left rights are fine. I was worried it was strike throw, and I just don't think strike throw characters are plainly very good in this game unless they have extremely busted stuff.
It's very hard to be
Over
strike throw.
people with like say like 5 HK can corpse hop.
I think she is so good because she has so many tools, and in spite of that, she still has a great fireball. Multiple great fireballs. Like air fireball is full screen, and I don't know why.
Yeah, very strong character.
The thing is, like, her mix may not be like amazing by remix standards in a vacuum, but her block strings never end. Like,
right.
Yeah, her pressure is very good. I think 6 is fine for her.
Yeah.
Just makes sense. Character's extremely common. And for Ken,
No,
like, obviously.
and also, her mix-ups do kind of go crazy if you have Feng Shui engine.
Yeah,
but
if you
like,
have
how do you even use that shit? Like,
it's so
it's so complicated and like hard to control, but I know the sauce is there.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot. You just have to. Someone would have to lock in on her for a bit.
which is totally understandable. We've had characters that have rose it up in the tier list because somebody just had to lock in on them for a little bit. Ken, I don't think I need to talk about too much.
I've lapped all the combos and stuff. It's just up to someone to figure out like how you actually play this character.
I agree. I think 5 is kind of a bracket ruiner, so I feel like 6 is the safe pick.
No, like her neutral and shit is way too strong to just like throw her in 5.
100% no.
Ken, I don't really feel the urge to explain too much. But
he's this character's one of the few top tiers that we found immediately that never stopped being top tier.
He's been a known quantity for a long time.
For a year,
just because like it was like with the Stone Age of Remix, wow, EX Hadoken is really good. The Modern Age of Remix, wow, EX Hadoken is really
good. It might be the best special move in the game. Yeah.
It's just genuinely that fucking good. Character, if the character is non-threatening without it, I think his mix is actually pretty bad. If he does not have EX Hadoken, I think he actually has pretty bad mix.
I fuzzy blocked a couple the overhead a couple times.
The overhead's pretty slow. It's safe, and you can mediate. Something that you can do with that overhead is it's like active for like 15 frames. You can mediate the fuck out of it.
Right.
But that adds startup essentially. But either way, I think the character's mix is actually bad without meter. With meter though, it's amazing. And that's Ken's whole thing is he's very underwhelming without meter and then overwhelming with it.
And then what's fucked up is on top of all of this, his damage is quite great actually.
Yeah, he has very good damage.
On the right
good
starter.
Resets when he can find them. And obviously his neutral was great.
Yeah, just great stuff. Bison is interesting And
I
by
have so many thoughts on this character.
yeah, and by interesting, I mean not very interesting to play.
This
But
character is extremely straightforward. I think at this point he's probably one of the easiest characters in the game.
He has
yeah,
some of the best buttons.
Amazing.
Scissor
ones.
kicks. I mean, just press that shit. Like,
yeah,
just
he
press
he does the thing Honda does, where like his belligerent charge moves were made into motion inputs, and it's even worse now.
Yeah, because Scissor Kicks is relatively unchanged. EX is changed because EX in this game is not plus like it is in Ultra. It is a
But
reversal.
the meterless ones are just as safe, even though they're now motion inputs.
Yeah, they're still just as safe. And Psycho Crusher is one of the best anti-zoning tools in the game. Really, really, really good normals. Biggest character weakness, I think he's one of the lowest damage characters on average. Especially
Probably, yeah.
after... This character got all chains and it made his damage worse. Which is funny to say, but it's true. But...
I think
generally, he can still net good confirms. He has his resets.
Maybe last patch he would have gone here, but I don't like the 6 tier having 2 layers. I don't know.
I also don't think he goes there this patch. I think
Not
he's
this
very,
patch.
very, very straightforward. He just has amazing neutral and really good jailing offense. He's very good at keeping you in one spot.
Right.
But I think while his jailing offense is amazing, I actually don't know if his mix is that good. Over a knockdown, though, it's amazing because cross-up 50-50s with dash. Because his forward dash just passes right through you, so you can 50-50 over every knockdown.
It's really, really good, yeah.
It's Slayer mix, basically.
It's like built-in corpse top, yeah. I think 5 is okay, I don't know.
Yeah, 5's fine.
I don't mind it too much. Rolento is pretty easy.
Yeah, this is one of the weakest characters in the game.
I
He
don't-
doesn't need to go.
I'm not a huge fan of the 3-pointers being 3. I actually have one more character that may go in 3. I'm sure you can guess who.
Yes.
But we'll get to that when we get to it. Poison.
This is my favorite character in this game, and I haven't played her in a long time.
Right.
I downplay this character. I'll be straight real with you. I downplay this character because her nerfs took away everything that was very good, but she's still very good. She still has some of the best buttons in this game. She still has one of the best fireballs.
I feel like if we make Poison 5 points, you're just having as little fun as possible during this tournament, because all the other characters you play are in 7 and 6 points, and you're just having as little fun as possible.
Who, me?
You.
Or just... Oh, well, fuck.
You could play Bison and Poison, I guess, but I don't know.
Melena, if you put Poison in 4, I have teams, but I don't know if you put her. It's not incorrect, because let's look at the objective things here. She's one of the lowest damage characters on average, just straight up.
Yeah.
Extremely low damage.
And she didn't have like stellar like god killer damage pre-patch, but it was
Barely broke 400 off of the jump in.
I was gonna say her damage went from average or slightly below average to just bad.
Just bad. And also her hard knockdown is worse, which removes one of her biggest things, which was heavy fireball Oki. She has to spend bar to do heavy fireball Oki now, which isn't terrible, but it's also not good.
She got normalized a lot, honestly.
She is very tame compared to Beta 26 Poison.
Like her mix now isn't reactable. It's not reactable, but it's not
50-50.
It's not unreactable. Yeah, it used to be straight up just you got hit.
Yeah, you had to guess
Because
if
it was like
wrong, you're getting knocked down again.
Because it was like an 11 frame instant overhead.
Nobody loop knockdowns like she did.
Yeah.
Now I think she loses the set play game to a couple other characters, most notably to Capri.
This character was doing like looping act cadenza Oki on every single knockdown, and it's just now she has to spend resources to do like melty blood mix-ups.
Yeah, and she already had to spend resources for the conversion off the instant overhead anyway, so if she wants to convert off the instant overhead, she functionally has to spend 2 bars.
Which is not a character killer. It just normalizes her, because honestly,
I think she's still solo main viable and everything. I just don't think I think her bad matchups are just made worse by the nerfs. She got every big bright point about her toned down except her buttons.
Right. I agree.
Her anti-airs got toned down, but not by enough to really matter. She still has the best anti-air in the game.
We'll go over. There's a couple more that we can go over here. I'm gonna skip Ryu for now. We'll put Ryu at the end because we'll end on him.
Yeah, because we'll have a minute with Ryu.
We'll have a minute with Ryu because we have a big conversation to have. Rolento already
That's
covered.
Rufus.
That's Rufus. These characters are equally as shit. Rufus. Rufus 4. I don't think anybody has any complaints here.
The character has a lot of really strong gimmicks. Spin is very annoying. Spin's very good.
Spin is objectively very good. There's no two ways about it.
Amazing. However, I think he has some of the worst normals in the game.
Yeah.
I would say he has some of the worst normals in the game.
It's pretty much just like, for his guarding normals, it's pretty much just like crouching heavy punch.
Yeah, crouch heavy punch is really long range and has a hit confirm thingy with the pull in follow up. It's neat.
I guess the sweep isn't awful, but
yes.
It's a crouching medium kick. I'm thinking of that like has hella forward movement. I think.
Yeah, the one that rolls forward. But just like mediocre buttons relies a lot on spin, but luckily spin's very good. Extremely high damage. Very very high damage, but. Nah.
I think this is a character with very like polarizing matchups.
I would love to see somebody like mess it up with Rufus because we put him so low. That'd be great.
That'd be cool.
I think there's some characters Rufus probably just shits all over, but then like a lot of really rough matchups too.
I agree.
Like someone like Sagat, like I'm pretty sure Rufus just destroys.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Sagat is also going here, if I'm being completely honest. He won a tournament, and I still think this character is 4 points.
He is very fireball reliant in a game with some of the more belligerent anti-fireball I can think of.
Yeah.
It's very hard to make people sit still in Remix, and Sagat really for it. He's very defensive, but he lacks the amazing defensive tools of other defense characters like Elena or Gouken.
Right.
Or Akuma, even.
Or even like Sakura with Light Punch Gouken.
Yeah, like he doesn't have the reversals or invincibilities or counters required to really make your character's defense scary. But he has to play very, very straightforward defense. I think his buttons are still amazing. He's still Sagat. I think his corner damage is very good, and his corner carry mid-screen is very good.
Corner carry is great.
So honest.
Just, straight up honest character, which is funny considering he can throw 2 Tiger Shots and has one of the best supers in the game.
And one of
Tiger Cannon is amazing.
Yeah, he can throw 2 Tiger Shots, which sounds like he should be here, but like, I don't know, it's fine. I don't know. The last character, if you haven't figured it out already,
I think I agree.
Even if he's not objectively as bad as the other 3-pointers here, I think he should be here just like.
Let's put it this way, basically, right? This character has a very good fireball.
Right.
A couple very good buttons, and pretty good mix. Teleport mix 50-50s, right?
Right.
Teleport also just belligerent. Those are like the 4 big points of this character. What holds them back is a character with no reversal option. That doesn't cost meter.
Yeah.
A mediocre metered reversal with EX tackle. Extremely situational damage that requires you to really be willing to spend bar as often as possible. And the worst health pool in the game along with Akuma.
And
If
Akuma
gets hit once, he dies.
And it's even worse than Akuma because Akuma has a fucking DP.
Akuma has teleport. You would rather just teleport most of the time because teleport's invincible for the entire duration.
Is it teleport? Don't you just whiff punish it?
No, you can't whiff it. It Kara cancels to every special.
Oh right, you just
I've been telling
teleports
you, this
out.
fucked up.
You just teleports out and then like throws a fireball, I guess.
Yeah, you teleport out, throw fire. You teleport out, demon flip,
Because that's how you
Teleport
beat.
out Raging Demon.
That's how you beat it in like other Street Fighter games. Is you literally just wait for it to end and then like sweep it or something.
It's great in other Street Fighter games, though. I wouldn't downplay Akuma's teleport in any game. That move is amazing, especially in older Street Fighters.
Right. Especially in the older games.
But Seth doesn't have that, and Seth has to deal with the same health pool while also having just overall worse tools. Dive kicks are very good. He has a handful of really strong buttons. His fireball is annoying, and he has teleport 50-50s. I think if someone locked in with Seth, they could make him good, but
I think 3 points is fine because you could have some real like low tier hero teams with this, and make it cool.
Yeah, like Paso said, Akuma is belligerent on defense. I think Akuma's teleport is one of the most powerful reversals in the game. I'd actually say it probably is one of the best reversals in the entire game. Okay.
This character is.
I have lost a lot of faith in Yang. I'll be real with you, but I think objectively he's still probably 6.
It's a lot. It's a lot of characters.
I think, well, that's fine.
It's over. I think that's over. Is that over half the cast in the top 2 ranks?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
Okay.
Because 6 is the same length as 5, and there's more characters in 4 and 3 than 7.
Obviously, yeah. Okay.
We could put Yang in 5, but I think the thing with that is like this character is extremely easy. This character is some of the easiest damage in the game, and very, very solid damage for how good he is in neutral. He's extremely safe on block as well, and I think heavy up kick CC is one of the best neutral skips in the game.
Just fully involved, yeah.
As well. EX Rekka is 0 on block, and it can be cancelled into off any Rekka. He has multiple really good supers. Anbu is great. He still has to be close to you. I think he has some bad matchups. And he kind of sucks at making people not zone him out.
Right.
But I think he's a very good all-rounder. I could see putting him in 5, just because we don't have a lot of all-rounders in 5.
It might be nice to do 5. Just maybe just for this bracket, and then if somebody like tears it up with Yang, we'll move him up to 6. I don't know. I think it's funny.
So this is my setup because now I'm gonna play Yang Poison.
I think this is the. I'm okay with that. I don't know. It's not. You could have been playing like Yun Poison. I don't care. That's fine.
Yeah, it could be worse. Could be worse.
That's fine. It's like 2 upper mid tier to high tier characters. That's fine. I think this is a good shakeout for things generally. I also think it's funny that the one and only winner of the last ratio tournament, his team is unchanged. Like we keep talking.
Play the exact same team.
We keep talking about how if somebody tears it up with this character, we'll change it. But I mean, we didn't change these two because like, where does Dawson go? 5 is too much. 3 is way too low.
You put Dawson. Yeah, no, he goes 4 and Ken goes 6. That's the unfortunate truth. It's just the perfect placement for those 2 characters.
It's what I mean. What else are you gonna do? Yeah.
And Chris was just playing insane for that bracket. Let's be real here.
Yeah, it's just the best he's played in a while. We gotta talk about this guy. We gotta talk about this
talking about this guy. He's one of my favorite characters in this game.
We gotta talk about. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice because you're in this call. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say any opinions about how this character's gameplay is, or how interesting I think he is to watch, or how cool I think he is for the meta. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna
voice your opinions.
I'm just gonna say that it's one of these 2.
Oh, easily. I was gonna argue for him 7.
And I think that's what it was gonna be.
I was gonna argue for him 7. I think this character is flawless. I think this character has no weaknesses.
That's been not after this patch, no.
This character has some of the highest damage off basically every hit. Extremely good offense because his overhead is safe and pretty hard to react to. And he can sneak it in a lot of places. Plus frames out the ass.
Yeah.
Safety out the ass. Multiple extremely potent supers.
His new super literally breaks the system. It gives
His
you.
super is game breaking. It is rule breaking. Ixon Station.
And honestly,
It is half screen. It does absurd damage on counter hit. It builds up a full bar of CC, so he always gets to pick up and always make it safe.
not even that, because he in the corner he can pick up off of it anyway. Even without CC, he gets it anyway.
So he can net some of the highest damage in the game off 2 bars.
This character does like 65% regularly. There are characters in this game who can do like 70%, but it won't happen too often. I get hit with a Ryu combo that does 65% almost every single game. Almost every single
the
game.
character shits damage, and on top of that, some of the realist zoning in the game.
Like there are characters, there are characters in this game like DeCapri and like Chun and Dan that can do 60, 70%, but it's usually like really awkward and you need full resources. Ryu doesn't even need full resources to do that.
No. And on top of it, like, those characters don't back that up with some of the best zoning and defense in the game.
Yeah.
Ryu has 4 fireballs. They are all amazing.
He still has
fireball supers.
He still does, and I mean, he still does the shit that Ryu has been doing for 30 years. He still presses crouching medium kick.
He presses that button quite a lot.
He cancels he doesn't whiff cancel it, but he cancels sweep into fireball on block or hit. I mean, it just knocks down on hit, so it's not that big of a deal, but
actually some of the best neutral in the game.
He still has his overhead. Oh, he doesn't have collarbone, the forward medium punch, but he has maybe honestly probably a better overhead.
It's pretty good. The main thing that makes it good is that it's cancelable, so we can make it plus. It's pretty fast, but it has a pretty reactable animation as well.
I was gonna say, I think this is in the camp of Ken, because if we're like, there's like overheads in this game that are barely reactable, these two, and then there are overheads that are just not reactable, like Gen and Dudley.
Dudley, Evil Ryu, Guile.
I don't think Ryu is in the camp of unreactable. I've blocked it a couple times.
Ryu is not doing like unblockable mix on you. It's his only weakness is he's not gonna hit you with a mix-up that you can't get out of.
Yeah, his only weakness is literally he doesn't break the game by doing like 12 frame overheads or option select pressure that you literally can't escape, or like pressing one button and whiff canceling into a move that keeps people out and controls 3/4 of the screen. He's not honest, but he's like, I guess, honest when compared to these fuckers. Even then, I don't know. I don't know.
No, I wouldn't say he's honest.
I don't
just
think
because like, yeah, sure, his mix isn't unblockable, but he's still putting you in decent mix. Because like you compare it to Ken's overhead, which is true, but Ryu also has full chains. And
right.
What that means is Ryu can do lows later in his chains.
Way later.
Sweet.
Yeah, and this is the thing that Ken
doesn't have that. Ken doesn't have that mix up where like Ryu could do like close medium punch, and he's like 0, and then he can frame trap with crouch medium punch, and he can either do that into back heavy kick for an overhead or a really delayed sweep for a low. And you can't fuzzy guard it. You have to respect it. Or you can just chain right into sweep for a 2-block string.
And Gen does a similar thing where he has full chains, so he can do lows extremely late in the block string and then do the overhead. And he also has a command normal that's a low that starts up in 9 frames for some fucking reason. But
yeah, one of the best lows in the game.
Yeah, one of the best standing lows in the game for no reason. I think he has to go 7 only because this bracket fucking sucks if he's 6.
Oh yeah, and also I genuinely think he's that good. I think this character is flawless.
I think again on the tier list he is literally just outside the top 5. He's like 6th
on the tier list.
He is as close.
We basically have the normal tier list, but instead of cutting it at the top 10, we cut it at top 7.
Yeah, it's pretty much, and in the official tier list, once Hawk or Yun dies, whichever one comes first, maybe both of them, he will be top 5.
Yes. Yeah, if Ryu goes unchanged into the next patch and
Well,
the
he's
current top tiers get nerfed, yeah.
well, he's not going to get unchanged. They're going to the thing with the super
Yeah, these
CC
times.
is already changed, but even that, I don't know. I think he's probably still top 5 even with that fixed.
Yes, I think so too.
Even with that
I think he's
fixed.
just less annoying. He's still just as stupid.
I honestly, I don't even take the 1 bar of CC on that super into account anymore, just because I know it's getting changed. I don't even consider it that much anymore. Even without considering it, I think this character is still top tier.
Yes, I agree.
I think
I think that Ryu's amazing.
and with Ryu in 7 points, I think this is the list. It's a little.
Yeah, like let's look through it and see like, because in 6 right now, like 7 and 6 are the best characters in the game.
I don't think we need to have any conversations about the characters in 7. 6 we can talk about, but I think 7 we all agree on.
7 is very, but more so what I was saying is like, looking at 6 in comparison to the 4 characters, like trying to find like
Teams.
you know, you could play Dan Sagat.
Play Zangief Sagat, hard grappler and a hard zoner. You can play 2 really solid characters like Dan and Guy, Dan and Cody, Dan and Adon.
We're obvious if Chris enters, we're gonna see Ken Dawson.
Yeah, which is a great pick. You could do a hard zoning character and then an anti-zoner. Like
You can do Fei Guy for the two big brush down characters.
At 5-5, obviously all the 5-5 teams you can make are perfectly fine.
All the 5-5 teams are. I think that's actually kind of where the juice of the list lies.
Honestly,
You got like Akuma C Viper. You got like Goku Dictator. Rose.
I might try because we're not running this as the tournament next week. This is Remix Monday 16.
3 weeks from now.
Yeah, I might spend the time to de-rust Abel, because then I can play Abel Dudley, and that seems silly.
So, Fogblades asked in chat why Claw is up there. Vega is all the way up there at the top because Vega has probably been the uncontested best character in the game for a minute.
For at least 6 months.
Yeah, for a minute. He's extremely fast. He has some of the best normals in the game. Extremely consistent damage. Extremely consistent mix-up. Very good runaway. It's very hard to keep him down. One of the best reversals and anti-airs in the game.
Probably best move. Yeah, I don't know if you mentioned it before, but probably best movement in the game, bar none.
I think flat out best movement in the game.
He's basically a fucking flight mode character.
It is actually so hard to pin Claw down.
If you don't play another character,
just get out of the corner for free in a lot of situations.
If you let up on the gas in the corner for 1 second, he leaves the corner.
And what makes that scary is he has 2 extremely fast reversals. So you have to let off the gas sometimes to bait those, and then he gets out.
Because if you don't bait those, you take 650 to 700 damage.
Yeah, amazing reversal game.
His best starter is Wake Up Super, and it's as obnoxious as it sounds.
Yeah, because it's also like a 3-frame super.
Yeah, it's very hard to safe jump.
So character is just extremely strong.
If you look at the
and runaway wise.
If you look at the official tier list, he is top 1.
He's top 1 on every tier list we've made.
Except the first one. I think it was Balrog, maybe.
I mean, I think the first one was Blanca, actually.
That makes sense. I know.
I think we did Blanca, Boxer, Claw, and that was like that was the top 3 of Beta 25.
I could show very quickly the tier list for Beta 27, the one that we recently did. Excuse me for just a second, because I gotta go through OBS doing this whole thing. Pull this up. Okay. Yeah. This is the Beta 27 tier list as uploaded to the wiki, and it's pretty close, honestly, to what we did here. It's just like...
Oh, your BRB stream's pulled up.
Yeah, the stream's behind. It's fixed now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fixed now. Um,
Oh, duh.
yeah, the stream is
Uh,
behind.
yeah, like the ratio tier list isn't actually overall that different, with the exception of like
Seth.
Makoto, Ryu, and Gen are in the
Ah,
tier with those other characters, but I think that's fair. And then yeah, Seth being at the very bottom.
okay, that's fine. Honestly, like we could look at it a little more if anybody has like some insane like I think Blanca should be 7 points takes. I aside from that, I mean I think this is the list. I,
No,
I
I think this is it. I think this is a good list because there aren't many busted teams you can make. If you want to play a 7-pointer, you got to play some ass.
you gotta play some
You got to play
mad ass.
some ass.
Now, if Heather was here,
You got to play some ass.
if Heather was in the United States, she would just play Hawk and Cammy and win the whole tournament. Um,
Yes,
but
but luckily nobody in here is Heather.
yeah, luckily nobody
Um,
plays Cammy, so it's okay. Um, I'm sure we'll have some people be happy about Hugo because people are playing that character for some fucking reason. Uh,
yeah, Dente will be happy on that. Dente can play fucking. Who did
you
he
could
play?
play
He played Hugo and
and Rufus. You could pick your characters and have room for one more.
yeah, you got your characters, and you could pick
Like
fucking
Seth. I don't know.
Seth, Cammy. Don't pick Rolento.
Don't pick Rolento. Uh, genuinely.
Actually, even though you literally can't order this tier list, can you put Rolento on the bottom for me?
Yeah. It's just all the way down there. Yeah, I'm just screenshotting this and gonna post it on various things. I said that I was gonna stream us playing for a bit, but we've been streaming for like an hour and 45 minutes, and I gotta like take a bath and like do human things. So we'll probably
yeah.
play tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we'll stream again tomorrow because that seems fine. But I
Yeah.
think this list is good. I'm happy with this.
Yeah, it's not bad. We can run it. It'll be fun because the next one's gonna be normal.
Yeah, normal bracket.
Fuck. But the ratio tier list bracket will be extremely fun.
Remix Monday 16, which will be in 3 weeks' time.
It'll be extremely fun.
As for me, well, first of all, before we like close off the stream, I think Fleur muted, and Fleur doesn't have any social medias to link, like any social stuff to link anyway. So, if you had anything that you wanted to plug on stream before I take it off, because we're in front of like 7 or 8 people.
No. If anyone is in here, they probably already follow me on Twitter, but it's Cali_Anarchy on everything.
Yeah.
Vibes.
That's fine. For me, I didn't have anything to plug other than I opened up registration for it today. But Remix Monday's 15. You can now register for it. I'll actually pull it up
Join.
on stream. Join my bracket. I'll pull the tournament up on stream.
Enter my tournament.
Enter my tournament. Enter my tournament. We have 4 entrants. I'm happy about that. That's a good number for right now.
I was thinking about it. There's actually a decent chance we get more. If Fogblades enters like last time, Yellow I'm sure will eventually enter. We could top out 6 or 7.
We could top out. It'd be really nice. This is bracket link. The URL is just SF4R15. Got 4 people for right now. It would be very nice if you registered, even though we're not doing ratio for this. Just because, I mean, it'll be a good time, hopefully. We'll be back to normal, because last week was the beginner's bracket.
Yeah, me and Jules will be in this one.
That'll be
So
fun.
y'all gonna have to deal with that shit.
Yeah, deal with all that shit. It'll be fun. But this will probably conclude the stream for now. I'm gonna switch over to the BRB screen and play some music for a little bit. But that'll probably be it. Thank you everybody for watching, checking in. Probably stream tomorrow. Play like an hour or 2 of Remix, maybe with some viewers. But yeah, here's the finalized list, and get the hell out of my stream.